Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses, and I was just thinking about something that happened a couple days ago. So I was just getting off work, and something told me not to take this one street that I use. That sometimes I walk down to get to the crib. It's a little bit quicker, but something told me to take the longer route, right? And as soon as I was walking down, I was probably maybe 70 feet from my building, bro. And I looked because I was gripping on my knife, and it was a cop car to my left, right when I was crossing the street, right? And as soon as I got a little bit closer to the cop car, little, pequeño bit closer to the cop car. What happened? What do you think happened? What do you think happened? I hear pop, 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 right? And it's coming to the left of me. The same street I was thinking about walking down to get to the crib a little bit faster, right? And at this point, I'm close enough. I'm probably like from, you can't see, from here to like, I can see the cop's face, right? And I kind of didn't want to look, but I wanted to look, like to see what he was gonna, like how he was gonna respond. And there's a little cut that I can either take or not take to get to my building. Now that I'm at this point, I'm like 20 or 30 feet away from the spot, from my crib, from my house, to get to my building. And I'm kind of like, I slowed down a little bit subconsciously to see if bro would do anything or how he was going to respond. I know he knew, I know he heard that, and he knew I heard that. But at the same time, I just felt this energy between he and I, and something just told me just keep walking. But at the same time, it wasn't that far away. And he could have done something. He could have caught those guys. And the reason for me making this video is because that's the same police, low key, that half of us think, okay, that's the cool cop. He caught me with a half pint of Hennessy in the back seat, open, didn't say shit, or he caught me with a this, or you know, bro, why? What are they doing, bro? And the reason I don't walk down that street at night is because I understand that that street is, if you go down that street, it's a one way, and that one way street leads to, you can either go left or go straight. And if you keep going straight, you're gonna get on the highway. So it's really, if you know what you're doing, you can, do what you gotta do and just pop on the highway and get away. But the fact that, bro, it's somebody's child, somebody's mother, somebody's child, somebody's grandmother, somebody's auntie, somebody's sister, somebody's brother, somebody who has someone who loves them just got hurt. And you're looking at me like this is just a job for you. During the day where I stay, it's hot. It's a lot of police, is what hot means. There's a lot of police around here. But at night, they don't want to do anything, bro. And I have a real problem with that, bro. And it's not getting any better. It's getting worse. The fact of the matter is, it's not all the way super freezing where people can't, and everybody's trying to get their stuff off before it gets too cold. And it's not they're not doing their jobs, bro. It doesn't matter that they didn't call you in. We can already hear that it was right here. It was right here. It was on the street. It's literally like it was one street, the same street. If I would have gone down that street, who knows what would have happened to me, bro? That street, bro. And I try not to think about it, but the timing, the timing would have been perfect because of how, bruh. And he didn't. I know he heard that. I know he heard it. If I heard it, he heard it. Because I had one headphone in loud, and I had another headphone barely hanging off so I could just hear my surroundings. He heard it. And he heard it. And if he didn't, shame on him. But we gotta fix this, bro. That's not okay, bro. That's not okay, bro. That's not okay whatsoever. That's not okay, bro. That's not okay, bro. That is not okay. What about your mother? What about your father? What about your children? What about my son? What about my loved ones? What if my people didn't understand, they can't park anywhere, and I tell them but they just can't find whatever. Like, that's not okay, bro. But what if it's your people though? And if you, that's your business, but I've never seen anything like that. I've never witnessed anything like that, bro. I've never, maybe because I've never, like, bro, it, it angered me a lot. It angered me for this dude to look up and look at me like, bro, to just feel this heat off of him. Like, bro, you don't want to do anything? Isn't that why? Like, and I'm 28. I don't know, he might have been younger than me. Or he might have been, like, bro, but still. hmm Things like that, it's not just a job, bro. It's not just a job. It's not just a job, bro. If you don't want to, don't do, if you're a cop, if you're a good cop or a bad cop, don't do it's not about the money, bro. This is bigger than money. If you want to be like that guy, I'm not gonna put. I'm pretty sure. I pretty much put out where I live by giving the description because they do that all the time. They get their little things off, and then they hit the highway, and then they circle back. They just did that 2 months ago, like 4 times in a row. They get their thing off, hit the highway, and circle back twice, bro. Just like Nip said. We do the thing and then we double back. They do that, bro. They actually do that. They get their stuff off. They hit the highway, get off the exit, go around the whole city, and they come and do the same thing. And they come, oh, what happened? And it's not on the news. It's not on the news. It's not in the paper. It's not on the internet. They don't put that. They don't put that on the internet. They don't put this on the internet, bruh. And they got these little kids doing and they don't even, it's not even shootouts. They just assassinate. They just 1-2 shots and then silence. And they leave. It's not okay, bro. It's not okay. And what are they gonna do? What's their response? Tearing down the buildings, bro, tear down the buildings? You're gonna do what Chicago just did to make Chicago worse? That's not okay, bro. That's not okay, Joliet government. That's not okay. And I'm not even from here, bro. I'm from Atlanta. I'm just saying it's not okay, bro. You're gonna do the same exact thing that made Chicago worse. And now what's gonna happen? It's gonna be all these pests. It's gonna be all these rats and roaches. Do you know what comes with tearing down the projects, bro? And I'm in Joliet, Illinois. I'm not even in Chicago. I'm a good 45 minutes to an hour away from Chicago, the city. Now I'm supposed to be here trying to raise my family, bro. Are you crazy, bro? That's not okay. Why don't you do something to stop these people from hurting people and getting on the expressway and getting away with no consequences? And then they double back. They don't just do their thing and drive off. They double back and triple back and not triple and quadruple. That's dramatic. But bro, that's a serious. That's something that's probably been going on for decades, bro. That's not a new. Come on, bro. We gotta do better as a people. We have to do better. I'm not talking about as any kind of skin tone of a people. I'm talking about as a human race people. I know I made that joke about there's no such thing as white. There's no race. There's no white race, black race, Latino race. There's only the race to the end zone, Falcons. But bro, you don't think they know about that? The government can only go so far without our help, bro. And the fact that I just moved here, last February? And they've been doing it. They've been doing it, bro. It's not okay, guys. It's not okay. Who knows? It's a small world, bro. It's a small world. There might be somebody that you love on that same street that's a 5-minute walk from my crib, bro. If that, it's not even, it's across the street. It's not even a 5-minute walk. It's across the street. It's across the street and a minute of one song. If you have any of these problems where you stay, any cuts, any roads or streets that seems like it's meant to be set up for somebody to get assassinated or set up for somebody to get hurt, an easy getaway, comment below, because that's not okay, bro. I never really, and when I think about it, there's a lot, of little cuts and ways that you can get from one gangbanging side to another gangbanging side around here. But, that's it, guys. We gotta improve. We have to not only improve our lifestyles, but the accessibility that the opposing sides have to each other, bro. It's not only about the amount of violence, it's about the terrains, the accessibility. You don't think I don't know. I don't want to accuse the government of engineering the terrain to be how it is as far as the roads and things like that. But it surely seems it would be as easy as they're making it, as easy as it is for the people who are committing these acts of crimes, these acts of violence, excuse me. They're utilizing it. They're utilizing it, and not, they're not hiding it, not at all, because they come down the bridge and they get their stuff off and they hit the highway and they take as much time as it needs to take to get around the whole city. Maybe drink a beer or maybe smoke, some cannabis, celebrate, and then do it all over again. And the police don't even come. The police, the ambulance, nothing. And they have enough time, 20 minutes later, to come back and do it again. And then take the same escape route. Right on the highway, bro. Right on the highway. And nothing happens. They might not even go back on the highway. They might just make that left across the bridge and go back to their house. Back to the east. And celebrate. And it's not on the news. And this is not the 80s and I don't get a newspaper, but I'm sure if I did get a newspaper, it wouldn't be in the newspaper. They don't report that. They tell you about all the rich people who get robbed in the hotel. I mean, in the Harris, in the casino. But they don't tell you about what goes on literally a 7-minute walk from the casino. Literally a 7-minute walk. Why? That's not okay, bro. Why? Because you don't want your little casino to lose money? That casino is not as important as people getting terrorized. I can guarantee you that. I don't care how much money, fake money, or real money you have coming through that casino. It's not as important as the people who are being terrorized, bro. It's not as important as these little kids getting hypnotized by hatred to assassinate people. Because they're not getting in gunfights. They're 2 shots and it's quiet. There's nobody screaming. There's no shooting back. I don't hear any tire screechings. I don't hear any scuffling away from the scene. It's just 1 or 2 shots, maybe 3 at most. I heard a couple automatic weapons, but then it's quiet and then they just leave. So it's not okay, bro. It's not gunfights. Not like in Chicago where you hear a shot and then 3 shots and then 2 shots and then 5 shots and then 7 shots and then 8 shots and 10 shots. It's 2 shots. And then they walk off and go back home and go to sleep. Not okay. Not okay. That's not okay, bro. Am I saying that it would be better if... I'm saying that people are getting assassinated because it's available. It's not like in Chicago where they can actually defend themselves, where they have a line of defense. I'm saying it seems like certain things are set up for people, certain people, not all people, obviously, to lose. Because it's not, oh, you see that guy? Who is that? No, they're getting up on these people. They're getting close enough where there's no one shooting back, or they don't have to. They don't even have to use a car, and they make it home safe. And they walk back to their house or with their weapons, and they make it home safe. And that is not. That is simply not okay on any level whatsoever. Okay, and the level of violence compared to the level of abundance, compared to the homeless rates, all the people who have the come on, man, we gotta do better, bro. It's not. I don't. I don't think it would be that hard. We got Daybreak. I've been to Daybreak because the only reason I came to Joliet was because I was homeless at some point. Daybreak's horrible. I'm not even gonna go on Daybreak. Go in on Daybreak. Everything is jacked up, bro. We have people, when it's warm enough for them to do so, sitting outside of Wendy's, all these places that should be. We gotta do better as a city, Joliet. I understand the bridge needs some work. I understand that you want to tear down that courthouse and things, but it can't be that important. It can't be. Tearing down the courthouse cannot be as important and tearing down the projects instead of offering these people some form of aid other than, what do you think's gonna happen? Where are you gonna put these people? Where are you gonna put my people? Where are you gonna put my people? In harm's way? I hope not. I heard that you guys were gonna put them up in hotels, and then what? Who's gonna pay for that? You or me? Or them? Or their children? Or generations to come? Who is gonna pay for for all of that? And why? Who is gonna pay for that and why? You're gonna put these people in situations that they can't escape. You're gonna do that, or what? You're gonna put them in a hotel, or you're gonna send them to what, Romeoville, or like, what are we actually gonna do? What are we gonna do? I want to help. Are we gonna create more jobs? There's a lot of opportunities in Joliet. If there wasn't, then I would have been, a victim to foolishness. So that's the one thing I want to say. I'm not complaining for me and the people who have specific amounts of insight to certain opportunities. But what about those who do not? What about those people who get double back on? Who are not allowed to, smoke in their household? Who have to see these corpses? What about them? Who had nothing to do with that? What about the victims? What about the peoples in those buildings? And then what are you going to turn that into? Are you going to place them back into something that's going to be an area that's going to be something that is a direct reflection of the positivity of Joliet? Or are they going to be placed in a state that is in opposition to the exact negative reflection of Joliet? What's going to happen? Let the people know. Let the people know. That's all I have to say. That's all I want. Is to say. Nothing more, nothing less.